What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are making wings and I'm gonna do them 3 different ways. Well, I'll make them one way, but we're gonna do 3 different sauces. We're going sweet, spicy, savory, couple different options, and all super delicious and perfect for our wings. Anytime we make these at home, they are always a crowd favorite and they're perfect when we have friends over, when we're cooking for people, because you can do different sauces and they are pretty easy to put together. So to start, I've got about 50 wings. These are called party wings, meaning they are separated. So we have the drums and we have the flats. To prep these guys, we'll put them out on a sheet tray here, just to make it easier, since there is a lot of them. Spread them out. To start, I'm gonna hit these guys with a little olive oil. This is gonna do 2 things. It's gonna help the seasoning stick, and it's also gonna help the skin crisp up on the grill. You can just go straight seasoning, but I find that adding a little bit of fat, whether it be olive oil or avocado oil, just helps get that skin nice and crispy. So just make sure they are well coated. And for the seasoning, I'm gonna go with my all-purpose rub. Since we are doing 3 different sauces, I'm keeping the seasoning pretty simple. So this is salt, pepper, garlic, kind of your standard barbecue seasoning. So this is gonna help bring out all those flavors in the sauce once they are done. So again, we're gonna go pretty heavy. Add that in. Toss these guys around a little bit and just make sure they're seasoned on all sides. If you're prepping this ahead of time, you can also season and let them hang out and kind of dry brine in the fridge. That's going to help dry out the skin even more and really give them more flavor. But you can also just do them the day of, like we are doing right now. So we'll season and they'll go right on the grill and they're still going to come out delicious. And for the sauces today, we are doing Chipotle BBQ. So it's going to be a little sweet, a little spicy. We're going to do garlic parmesan, which is one of my favorites. Garlic, parm, lemon, super delicious on wings. And then we're going to do a Asian Zing sauce, a little tangy, has those umami flavors, and absolutely delicious. So 3 different flavors, and again, all super easy to make. After you get these guys seasoned up, let's put them on the grill. So for this cook, I'm using my extra large big green egg just because there's so many of them, so I can easily put all of them right on the grate. So the grill is set up for indirect cooking, cruising at around 350 to 375. That's my kind of ideal temperature for wings on the big green egg, where you get that skin nice and crispy, get that beautiful color on the outside, and they always come out perfect every single time. Here, let me show you one more thing. Anytime I'm doing wings on the big green egg, I like to put the drip tray right underneath the grate on top of the plate setter. And what that does is it helps catch all that render down fat and grease out of the wings, so it doesn't burn and go directly on the plate setter, because then it kind of gives you that bad flavor and taste on your food. So fatty foods, I always like to use the drip tray. Wings, pork belly, anything like that, just keeps things nice and clean and gives it that good smoky flavor. These will take about an hour to fully cook. I'm gonna flip them halfway through just to make sure they cook nice and evenly on both sides. That skin will get super crispy. And in the meantime, we're gonna go prep our sauces, which will go on at the very end. Wings are on, so let's get started on our 3 different sauces. So first up, we're going Chipotle BBQ. This is a modification to my standard barbecue sauce recipe that I use in all my other videos. So we're gonna start with some ketchup first. About a half a cup or so. And you guys can adjust these measurements. You don't have to be exact. Measure with your heart when you make barbecue sauce. They always come out really good anyways. Some yellow mustard. Always need some molasses whenever making barbecue sauce. It gives it that rich flavor, gets it nice and sticky. Of course, we need some brown sugar, some honey, apple cider vinegar, gives it that nice tanginess. And the different ingredient here is these chipotle peppers in adobo sauce. So this is what these guys are like. This is going to give our barbecue sauce that mild heat plus that smoky flavor from the chipotle peppers. So depending on your spice tolerance and how hot you like your sauce, we're gonna go with about 3 of these guys, and then we'll pour in some of this sauce from the can as well. And I'm also gonna add some chopped white onion, and I'm gonna season everything with my all-purpose rub. So again, similar to my standard barbecue sauce recipe, except I add the chipotle peppers and adobo sauce and the onion. Whisk this together, and this is gonna go on the stove over medium heat for about 10-15 minutes until everything thickens up nicely. Then I'm gonna use a blender to mix all the onions and those chipotle peppers together to get our sauce silky smooth, and it's going to be perfect. Next up, we've got our Asian Zing sauce, and this one is delicious. It has those umami Asian flavors, got a little sweet, a little heat, and it's also very easy to make. So first up, we're gonna start with some soy sauce. Next, we've got some rice vinegar, about the same amount as our soy sauce. This is mirin. This is a sweet Asian cooking wine. You should be able to find this at most grocery stores. Next up, I've got equal parts garlic paste and ginger paste. You can use fresh, but these pastes work awesome, especially when making sauce. And some sriracha to spice it up, give it a little bit of heat. There we go. Again, use as much as you'd like, depending on how spicy you want your sauce. And similar to the other sauce, I'm gonna mix this together, bring this inside, put this over low heat, bring it to a simmer, and then just cook it down until it thickens up, and it will be perfect for our chicken wings. And finally, we've got our garlic parm butter sauce. This one is really tasty, and it's super easy to make. We're starting with a whole stick of melted butter. To this, I'm gonna zest down 1 lemon. So the zest is where a lot of that lemony flavor comes from. So if you like that lemon flavor, use the zest and not the juice. I mean, the juice is good too. That's where kind of that sourness and tanginess comes from, but that good lemon flavor is in the zest. I'm gonna cut this guy in half, and we're gonna squeeze in the juice from half our lemon. You can catch any of these seeds that come out. Next, I'm gonna go in with my garlic paste. You can also use minced garlic, fresh garlic, really anything here will work. Again, the paste is great for sauces because it just gets distributed so evenly throughout. And of course, we've got our fresh Parmesan cheese. Make sure to use fresh and just grate it down yourself. It's much better than the stuff from the green can. To this mixture, I also like to add a little bit of this shredded Pecorino Romano cheese. It's similar to the Parmesan, but just has that, I don't know, gives it a little bit of different flavor and just really good in this sauce. So you don't need as much of it as you do the Parmesan, just a little bit to give it that's something extra special. And finally, I'm gonna go in with some mayonnaise. So get our sauce nice and creamy, add that nice richness to it, mix this up. Now, because we started with the melted butter, this is pretty much ready to go. So this will go on the wings after they're cooked. At the very end, I'm just gonna toss everything in this mixture. If you see that it's getting a little lumpy, you can put this on the stove just to get that butter melted and incorporated again, but otherwise it's pretty good. Actually, there's one other thing that I forgot, some crushed red peppers. Gives it a little crunch, a little heat. Okay, so there's one more thing that I forgot, and that is some fresh parsley. Gives it that bright, herby freshness to our sauce. And again, you don't need much. We're gonna add some more after the wings are done and tossed in our sauce, but I like to add a little bit to the mixture just to help bring everything together. There we go, just like that. We'll drop this guy right into our mixture. We'll mix this together. See, so it's starting to thicken up here just from sitting outside. That butter is solidifying again. So I'm gonna bring this inside, actually put this into a small saucepan and just pop this on the stove for a couple minutes right before the wings are done. And then this will be perfect. Wings have been on for about 25 minutes here, and check these guys out. Getting a nice, beautiful color on the outside. I'm gonna flip them over so they cook evenly on both sides, get that skin nice and crispy. So you can see it's getting super smoky when I open up the lid, because all that grease that's dripping down into our tray is getting super hot. So I gotta move pretty quickly here, and we'll continue cooking and we'll finish these guys off. One last step in our sauce prep is to blend the Chipotle BBQ sauce. So this was on the stove simmering for about 15 minutes. It thickened up, but we still have those Chipotle peppers and the onions. I mean, you can honestly serve it as is, but if you want it super smooth and creamy, I'm gonna put this in this little blender here. Put this guy on top, and then this will just get it nice and smooth. We'll combine all those peppers and onions. Let's see, like this. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right, so I guess this thing maybe isn't working as well as I had hoped. But I think that's fine. We got it pretty smooth. It's nice and thick, so yeah, all right. Chipotle barbecue sauce is ready. All right, wings are done. Check these things out. They are looking and smelling great. Look at that beautiful color. That skin is nice and crispy. Ooh, these are pretty hot. So let's separate them into our bowls, and then we will add the sauce. Now those wings are fully cooked and they're ready to go, so you can eat them as is. Now when it comes to the cooking temperature or the final temperature for wings, I like to take them a little bit higher to about 180, 185 internal. There's a lot of fat in the wings, and you want to get that render down and get that skin nice and crispy, so they're not going to dry out. So take them to about 180, and they will be perfect. So let's separate these guys out. Ooh, man, these are super hot. Same amount into each bowl. And you can hear how crispy that skin is when they're dropping in here. First up, we've got our Asian Zing sauce, which smells amazing. So again, this was simmering for about 15 minutes, and you can see it got super sticky, thickened up nicely. And just give these guys a shake. All right, after they're tossed in the sauce, I'm gonna let them sit in the bowl while I do the other ones. It's gonna allow that sauce to get nice and sticky and adhere to the wings. So next up, we've got our Chipotle BBQ, and this one is super thick. And toss these guys around. This one smells so good. You can smell those Chipotle peppers. Beautiful color. See, that's why I like doing these wings and making the different sauces, because you really only cook one protein, just the wings. Get your sauces ready while the wings are cooking, and now you have 3 different dishes ready to go. And last, we've got our garlic Parmesan butter sauce wings. Whew. Same thing, we'll pour this right on top. Give these guys a toss. All that's left to do is plate these guys up. So we've got our Chipotle barbecue wings, our garlic Parm butter wings, and our Asian Zing wings. All right, all wings are done, plated up. We took our thumbnail picture, and these things are looking and smelling really good. So all that's left to do is to try them out. Chipotle barbecue is up first. Wow, it's sweet, sticky, has a little heat from those Chipotle peppers, that smokiness. These are so good. Garlic Parmesan is up next. If you like garlic and you like Parmesan, these are killer. Packed full of flavor. That lemon zest and lemon juice just gives it that nice brightness. Still a little smoky from cooking them on the grill. Absolutely delicious. And finally, we've got the Asian Zing. Really excited for these. Sticky, a little spicy from the sriracha. Has that umami flavor from that soy sauce, the tanginess from that rice vinegar. Oh yeah, 3 different recipes. You cook 1 big batch of wings, make your different sauces, and you get something for everyone. But yeah, all three of these are really good. All right, so that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos and the recipes that we're putting out. If you do, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, hit that bell to get all the notifications. I'm gonna hang out here and eat a lot of these wings, and I will see you next time. It's so good. Delicious.